Sometimes, I truly wonder when Reddit will be able to allow posts be placed into different zones, without having to copy and paste this. For context, I, 38M, have been working at my hotel job now for 7.5 years, and all of it is the graveyard shift front desk night audit. I have discussed my recent bouts of entitled jerks, found here, as well as my morning after work issues, found here. However, an incident very recently topped them all, and I had to talk about it while it is still fresh in my mind. My hotel location is nearby a well-known local tourism spot, and our hotel routinely offers shuttle service to and from the tourism spot. It runs like clockwork, and it has been seen as the #1 greatest service to our hotel. Needless to say, after what happened this particular day, my boss added 2 new rules, one for the shuttle and one for our normal operating procedures. My shift usually ends whenever my relief, OKM shift, arrives. On this particular day, my M shift was running a little late and had called ahead that she was running late, a wonderful courtesy that very few actually do. After she had called, I had received a call from someone wanting to book their time slot on our shuttle to the local tourism spot. Up, thank you for calling hotel. My name is Up. How can I help you? Oh, over an entitled lady. Hello, Up. I want to schedule a time slot for your shuttle service to the tourism spot. I then go through the motions of signing her up for our shuttle service. Time of departure, how many in the party, cell number, etc. Up, completing the cell number, excellent. Oh, and what room number are you in? Oh, the digital check-in didn't give me my room number. Oh, that's right. A girl yesterday said that I can call around 7 am to reserve my time slot for the shuttle service. Oh, not yet. We have been driving from some state north of my state and will be getting in around 9. I took a deep breath in and growled softly, as I was now pissed at the audacity of this lady, but I kept my professionalism at full force to the best of my ability. Up, forgive me, Mom, I must have missed something. You are not on hotel grounds yet, and you are reserving a time spot for today's shuttle service to local tourism spot. I'm going through all of the thought processes and the rules that I have been trained on, wondering where I did not see this coming. Up, Mom, I hate to say this out loud, but I now cannot guarantee your time slot, because I think this is against all known policies. A digital check-in only guarantees you a short check-in time, filling out some paperwork and grabbing your keys. Not that you can check in 10 hours early. Oh, but it's a digital check-in. You have to abide by it. I was in the process of losing all sense of reality with this lady, as I was at the end of my shift, hungry and tired. Up, once again, I think this is against hotel policy. I'll leave you on the list for now, and gain confirmation from my supervisors. So, it would be best to talk to staff the moment you check in to fully solidify your time slot. I started questioning everything and called not just my supervisor but Mygum. Over the course of my phone call with Mygum, he confirms with me that we will abide by this guest for the one and only time. She found a loophole to circumvent all in-house guests. But he also updated a rule in our normal operating procedures involving digital check-ins, which now includes the statement to be mentioned: digital check-ins do not mean you can check in at any time. It only speeds up your check-in procedures. The new rules for the shuttle, as of right now, are: this is one of the few rare times where the actions and words of an entitled person helped policies and procedures. Not all entitled people are evil and do bad things. They also help expose problems within various systems. I have some people like that where I work, but not at a front desk, just watching over the express checkouts. So if you know Wicept food stamps, you get free bags. Now they aren't really free, but they are paid for by Wicept when you use their form of payment, card or printed checks. Basically, all bags have to be paid for. So with our express checkouts, customers will scan, then place the item on the weight scale to continue. After all the scanning is done, it will ask you how many bags you need. If you're paying regularly, then it's just 10 cents per bag. But with Wicept they will buy them for you as long as it's included in your purchase. If they need bags after payment has went through, bags cannot be bought through Wicept. So just about every day, all day, there is someone who didn't add bags because Wicept is supposed to pay for them, right? Right. But if you didn't read the sign posted right next to the touch screen, then you would know that there is a code for you to put in, but nobody wants to read the signs, so my manager told me how to put it in for them. I work in software testing and often have to take the perspective of our potential and current users when I take a look at our software product. This requires outside-the-box thinking often, and not just the approved and expected way of how it should be done. This entitled lady helped you code your process law. If you give a user a rope, they will find some ridiculous way to use it differently than what you intended. If you give a user a rope, they will find some ridiculous way to use it differently than what you intended, usually to hang themselves, blame you for the rope burns. I don't understand your perspective of this policy. Maybe I'm not understanding the situation quite right. The caller had a reservation for staying in your hotel that night, and they were driving in to arrive in the morning, and they wanted to reserve a seat on the shuttle for the same day that they arrived, the first day of their stay. Is that right? I don't see what could possibly be considered wrong with that. You're saying people can't reserve a spot on the shuttle for the first day of their stay. Basically, they have to have spent the night with you before they can reserve a spot on the shuttle. That doesn't make any sense to me. In places where I usually go, if you reserve a room, that requires that you've already paid. So if this person has already paid, then why don't they get full shuttle reservation privileges? It seems perfectly normal to me to want to shuttle to a tourism spot the same day you check into the hotel. I don't understand why she's entitled. It sounds like she's asking for something super reasonable, and your policy is very odd. If I'm misunderstanding something here, can you please explain? Right. Up sounds like the one with an attitude problem. Nothing that the woman did sounds unreasonable. If I'm not wrong, it sounds like you have to and can only reserve the seat the same day you are going, so she can't reserve it the day before anyway. That policy seems to ensure the bus is actually full for the trip. We see there is only 12 seats. Pretty small bus. So say she doesn't arrive on time to make the shuttle and she has quite a few seats reserved, and now the bus is making a half-full trip when other people could be taking those seats. 2. Seems like the digital check-in has X time. Why time to check in and only means you have the paper filled out in advance and you still have to go through the whole room reservation process. At least that's how it would make sense to me anyway.